Hello and welcome to this new video about algorithmics. Today's algorithm is called integer to Roman and the level is a medium level. So before I explain the problem, you can go and find all my problems that I solve and I put them in this website. I'm going to put the link in the video and you can decide, basically choose what is the level that you are trying to study and prepare. So if you get, for example, in a medium level, you're going to find the problems that I put there and I add, every time I make a video, I add one. And you can find the video basically that you can watch, the description of the problem, and also the solution that you can copy and use for your own. So if you like my videos and my content, please give it a thumbs up and also consider subscribing for more content and videos in the future. So this problem is called integer to Roman and basically is transforming an input of a function that is a number, an integer, and having as a return the representation in the Roman numbers. So what is a Roman number? It's basically the representation with letters instead of the numbers that we know, and every letter has a value. So we have I, which is a 1, V, which is a 5, X, which is a 10, etc. So I'm going to explain all of this in the explanation. I'm just going to speed up a little bit. And there are a couple of exceptions. So for example, 4 is an exception. I'm going to explain it in a moment. So the rule also is just the number in an input is not going to be, it's going to be between 1 and 3,999. So let's explain a little bit what is Roman numbers. So as we said, every number I has a value. So I is a 1, V is a 5, X is a 10, L is a 50, C is 100, D is a 500, and M is 1,000. And whenever we have any number, like between 1 and 3,999, we can represent with these numbers. So for example, a 3 is going to be 3 times I, 3 times 1, 1, 1, and 1. If we going to have, for example, 20, 20 is 2 times 10. So it's an X is a 10, 2 times 10. But then, if let's just say we have a 23, so 23 is going to be this plus this. So 20, 2 times 10 plus 3. So this is the output. But then we have a couple of exceptions, as I just said. So the first exception is a 4. So normally a 4 will gonna be like 4, 1, but this is not the way they do it. They said the way they do it is they take a 5, which is a V, and then they say minus 1. So 5, and they put a 1 to the left side. So basically 5 minus 1. I'm gonna put it here. So 5 minus 1, which is what? A 4. The second exception is a 9. So instead of saying 5 plus 4 times 1, we're going to say basically a 10 minus 1, which is a 9. So X minus 1 to the left. And then the next one is 40. So 40 is 50 minus 10. So 50 is an L and the 10 is an X. The next one is 90, which is 100 minus 10. 100 is a C and 10 is X. Next one is 400. So a 400 is a 500 minus 100, which is 500 is a D and C is 100, so to the left side. And the last exception is 900, and 900 is 1,000 minus 100. So 1,000 is an M and 100 is a C. So basically these are all that we need to know. And let's take a couple of examples to explain basically how we're going to do the solution. So the first example that they're giving, which is 3,749. Let's see how can we transform this number. So 3,000 is what's 749 2,749. So basically the idea is we're gonna start and check this number against the biggest numbers here. So I'm gonna 3,000 is bigger than 1,000. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna take 1,000 m, and I'm gonna check 1,000 from here, which is like I'm gonna only have 2,749. And then I'm gonna say 2,000 is still bigger than 1,000. So I'm gonna take another 1,000. And I'm gonna keep going. So now I have 1,749. And I'm gonna take another 1,000 here. And I'm done with thousands. And I'm gonna go to next. So the next that I have is 749. 749 is bigger than 500. So I'm gonna take a 500 from here. I'm gonna change the color so you can follow with me with the explanation. So 7,000 is bigger than 500. So I'm gonna take here a 500. I'm gonna still have 249. And here I'm gonna add D, which is a 500, to the solution. So 249, I'm gonna take here what? I cannot take a 500, I need to take 100. So instead of 200, I'm gonna have only 100. And 100 is C. And I'm gonna do it again, another 100. And now I am left with 49. So 49 is 40, which is XL. So I'm gonna put an XL here. I'm gonna take that. And 9 is an IX. I'm gonna add IX to the solution. And I'm done, basically. And this is the solution that we expect. So let's take another example. 58. So how we're gonna do it with 58? Same. What is 50? So 50 is an L. And 8, basically, I'm gonna take a 5. And I'm gonna be left with 3. So what is 3? It's 3 times 1. So 1, 1, 1. I should not do it over an L like this. This is the solution that I expect. So it's very simple. Let's code this solution. So I already prepared like this. Sorry. So this is basically a list that I'm creating that contains a value to the symbol. A value is the number, and the symbol is the Roman symbol that corresponds to the number. And this is sorted from the biggest to the smallest. You're gonna understand in a moment why. So every time we have a number in the input, we need to compare it to the biggest number, of course. So we're gonna say, does num is bigger than 1,000? If it's bigger, we're gonna start retrieving thousands first. And then if it's not bigger from 1,000, then we're gonna compare it to 900. And we're gonna start retrieving 900s from it. And we're gonna keep doing that till we finish and we find the solution. So I'm gonna have a variable called result that is a simple string that contains the result that I need to return at the end. So I'm gonna return it here, and I'm gonna do a for, and I'm gonna do a for over these values and symbols. So I'm gonna take value and symbol, of value map from here. So this is all I'm doing here. For people who don't use this language, you can use any other language. This is JavaScript. So all I'm doing is I'm looping through this list. I'm taking value and symbol. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm taking it from the top. And what I need to do is I need to do a while number is bigger than value. While number is bigger or equal of value. So if we have value inside the number, we just need to take it away and add it to the solution. So solution here, it's gonna add the symbol equivalent to that value, which is symbol. I made a mistake apparently here. So I added the symbol to the solution, but I need also to take away from the number. I need to do number minus value. And basically that's it. So for example, if we do it all up in here, so 58, I'm gonna start from the beginning. Is 58 bigger than 1000? No. We're gonna go to 900. Is it bigger to 900? No. We're gonna keep going till here. So 58 is bigger than 50. So I'm gonna take 50 away. I'm gonna put an L to the solution. I'm gonna be left with 8, and I'm gonna keep going. Is 8 bigger than 10? No. Is 8 bigger than 9? No. And is 8 bigger than 5? Yes. So I need to take away 5, which is a V, add it to the solution, and I'm going to be left with what? With 3. And I'm going to keep going till I say 3 is bigger than 1. So I'm going to take a 1. I'm going to be left with 2. I'm going to add another 1 and another 1. And that's the solution. So let's run this. All the tests they pass. Let's submit the solution. And it does work perfectly. So as I said, this solution is going to be added to the website that contains all the problems that I solve. And I'm going to have the link on the description if you want to check other problems. And if you like my content, please put a comment or a like or anything so I can know that you like this, so I can keep going. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you in the next one.